and over with my Bible studies, and the chickens are just sitting there. They're like waiting for their food. They know what time I give them their food, and they just like, we'll be patient. And here I come with their food for today. I just love them. They're so sweet. I got her up here. And the good thing is I gave her a hug, but she's staying. Now I got the phone, so she doesn't like the phone in her face. But I try to get her and hug her and kiss her because she's like the most distrusting of the chickens. Always been that way, but slowly she's coming around. Want to go poopies now? I just got back from the chickens. Come on, let's go. All right, guys, I'm back to doing my Bible study, and I just wanted to give you a quick note about the Bibles. There is a verse missing in your Bibles if you don't have the King James Version of the Bible, and I'm going to show it to you here. And it's a very important verse that you must write into your Bibles if you don't have the King James. I'm going to show you here the 3 versions, and I want to show you how this was planned, because the NLT and the NIV purposely don't have it in their Bibles. You'll go out there and you'll look at these Bibles and you will not find it. Even if you go online, you will see under the NIV and the NLT, the New Living Translation, they are not going to have that verse is missing in the Bible. And what exactly is that verse? And that was purposely removed. The antidote, the prescription for your suffering, for your pain, for spiritual warfare is in that Matthew 17:21, and we're going to go through it right now. All right, so here is my King James Version, and I'm going to show you the verse here. We're going to go to 17. This is 17, so this is 18, this is 17. So 17, and my Bible starts here, but we're going to look for verse 21, and I wrote it here that it's missing this verse in other translations. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting. Prayer and fasting is your antidote with God. And we'll talk about that in a future video. All right, so here is my NLT Bible, and as you can see, it says, you don't have enough faith, Jesus told them. Tell them the truth. If you had faith, even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to the mountain, move from here to there, and it would move. Nothing would be impossible. But number 21 is missing, which is the fasting and prayer is missing. So you can move the mountain, but prayer and fasting is important. So you can see that that's missing. This one here is missing from the NLT. Now let's go to the NIV. And this is the NIV. And the same thing here. If you look, you can see here's 20 and there's no 21. No 21. And these are words from Christ. This is Christ. Look at here in mine. In 20, see how it goes from 20 to 22? 21 is missing. That's on purpose. And that is Christ telling you the antidote to all of your problem, which is fasting and praying. Notice how they're very sneakily put in 20 and 22, but they didn't put 21. Missy wanted me to open the door, so I did. And she doesn't realize the door is open. She just sat there waiting for the door. You know the door is open, right? Come inside. Come on, come inside. Come on, Missy. Come inside. It's so hot out there. It's like 90 degrees. I'm sitting here reading a book on my Kindle, and Muffin decides to go outside to pee. So the chickens were outside eating because they have 2 little bowls out there. While the chickens were eating there, Muffin goes outside and she pees, and Haven starts following Muffin. I thought she was going to peck Muffin. Muffin's crouched and peed and then walked back this way. And then Haven was standing behind her where she was peeing, watching her. And she bent over and she drank Muffin's pee. Not 1 time, not 2 times. She actually went down 3 times, and I saw her drinking it. And there's no reason for that because there's a water bowl out there that's full to the top. Avie was actually drinking water at the time that Haven was doing. I thought that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. For a chicken to do, drink the dog's pee. Ugh. Show you what my day is like. This is my boundary map, and this is because I'm working with builders. And then I also put this up too here. I just covered my picture that I have here with this map that I had of Alaska. So as you can see, I've already highlighted here. There's 3 different routes that I could take here. And this map is very helpful because it tells me that there's 3 different routes. I'm not sure which way yet I'm going to take it. Those are things that I have to figure out as I plan this. But here are all the main places of Alaska. So when I'm trying to look on my Google Maps of places, I sit here and I kind of say, yeah, I want to go there. Now, it's 4,000 miles to Alaska for me, so I don't know if I'll get that far up in the time that I have, or this far south, probably not. I'll probably end up visiting maybe some of these if I take this route, or to take a different route on my way back. So just so you know, I'm already planning it. This right now is my first priority because with that, it's going to give me the money to do that. Stop in town to get some of my favorite teas. This is nettle tea. This is one of the teas that I give my dog to keep her healthy. And then this is chai tea that I buy. It's so much cheaper if you buy it in bulk. Then of course the barley was on sale. I couldn't skip on the barley because in the wintertime I love barley and beef. And then this is what I wanted to show you. This is the brand that my store carries. This is the first time I'm buying this one. The last herbal hair shampoo bar that I bought was from Amazon, but I want to try these. It smells so good, and I love that I can read what's in here. So this company's got like several different kinds. I picked this one. This is the blue clay with the castor oil, and this is definitely something that I'm going to be taking with me on the road instead of bringing bottles of shampoos and conditioners. Morning everybody. I'm in the camper, got the fan on because it's going to be 90 degrees today. It's super hot. It's like 10 in the morning and it's already getting hot in here, but I have to get this cleaned up and start getting stuff in order here because I want to do a shakedown trip in the next month locally, but for a day, just so I kind of get a feel for things in the camper again and what I want for my trip and how I want to travel. So for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out curtains. I'm going to take everything that's in the cabinets out. I have some idea of what I want to do as far as like a lot of this stuff up on the counter. I don't want all of this stuff here anymore. And I'm not going to bring so many spices with me because I don't use them. And it's going to be a lot of changes in the way that I travel. A lot of changes in the way that I travel because I've had a lot of time to reflect on all of this. One thing that I have not talked about, and that is about climbing. Now, as you know, this year I had an accident. My scar is healing. It's getting better. So I fell down off a ladder. And a lot of times in this camper, I have thought of that I have to be really careful coming down. Because what happened with my accident was I twisted my ankle coming down off a 2-step ladder. Doesn't mean it can't happen here, you know. So I have to be really careful, and that's one of the reasons that I really thought about getting rid of my camper, was because I have this fear of falling off of this thing. I'm not one to allow fear to take over my life, so I decided that that was not going to happen here, and I'm going to just call it for what it was. It was an accident. You know, nobody's guaranteed they're going to live to their 80s or 90s. Now I could really enjoy and do the things that I want to do. I don't want to have to wait till I'm 65 or 70, right? I don't need to. I've been preparing for this for a long time. Here goes my first step up. Stop with the pink. No more pink. I'm going to simplify because I don't use none of this stuff. And I'm going to go through it and see what I need for that trip and what I don't. I pretty much don't need none of this. And that's a cabinet that I could use. This is pretty overwhelming. I didn't know I had so much stuff in here. I'm so glad that I'm doing this because I'm just looking around. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like my son is not even traveling with me. Why am I bringing stuff of my son in here? He's not even traveling with me. Okay, for some unknown reason, I wanted to like kind of change everything up around here, but I'm starting to think, man, I was really good at organizing because I wanted to get rid of this thing that's here. It's like a little cubicle thing, but it really works because this is where I keep my shower bag with all of my towels and shower stuff. So I'm gonna leave that there. Here I'm gonna keep my gym backpack, my hiking backpack, my binoculars, and my other backpack for going out into town, the big one. And then I have my blanket, and then the blanket I cover myself with is this one. This one's to put on the bed, but also cover myself with if I'm cold. And then of course this is one of the quilts that's on my website that we give out to the homeless traveling women when we find them on the road. So I'm going to bring that with me as well and give that out when I go to Alaska. On my way up there I might meet somebody who's homeless. I'm going to decorate with some of these hats hanging here. I might as well decorate with them, right? Because I'm going to be using them on the road. I have no idea what's in here. And I know this is camera stuff. So yeah, this is quite a lot of weight that was up here. It's a mess in here, just so you know. It's a true mess. All of this stuff is got to get out. So far so good. Took everything off the counter. I don't want things on my counter anymore when I'm traveling. So the only thing I have to leave is this, because this is where it keeps my silverware and my stuff, and there's no other place that I can put this other than this corner. But it has a grip pad so it doesn't flip over, and it's worked pretty well there. These I'm going to leave here because this is where I put my produce. In these baskets I'll put my onions, my potatoes here, and then I'll put my fruit up here. So I do need that. My knives and my scissors, they have to stay here, and my sharpener because it's the only place I have. Some spices, I have some cumin and oregano here. Now a lot of my spices, this one is pepper, this will be fine here, but a lot of these I have to go through because some of them are just like, they don't even move, they got rock hard. So remember in one of my videos early on I did this. Never use these, never use them, because I don't use that many spices when I cook on the road. So I'm gonna take this in the house and see what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna take this in the house also and see what I'm gonna do with that. These containers are coming back into the RV. I still have to go through all of the food containers. I decided my plates have to stay where they were because this is really the easiest way for me to grab a plate and stuff like that. I was going to put them up here, but this is way wider than the space there, and it's going to be hard for me to get the plates. So I just decided this works for me, might as well leave it the way it is. I've never used my oven. I don't need to. I just use it as storage, but I have way too much stuff in here that I know I don't use. I'm going to be taking lots of the stuff out of here. So much stuff here. I can't believe I was traveling with so much stuff, but I was traveling with a kid, and sometimes I was traveling with my ex-boyfriend. So I was the one that was always doing the cooking in here, or all the cooking was always done in here. So I had to bring lots of stuff. And of course, you know, when you travel and you meet up with people and you invite them over to eat, you want to have plates and cups for them. But honestly, there's lots of things here that I don't think I'm gonna need anymore. So I had these boxes, 4 of them stacked in my bathroom, and every time I had to get somewhere I would stack them up high, and I don't want this mess in my bathroom anymore. I don't want clutter. I just want a clean bathroom with everything have a place for it, so I don't have to have this mess every time I go in here. Was able to get laundry stuff in here. Why I made space in this cabinet all the way in the middle. I'm going to stack these here with stuff that I need that goes in my bathroom. All I have to do if I'm going to do laundry is take this out. If I need these things, then I have a box for that, and the things for my shower I have a box for that, and I could just come in here and grab the box. Been at this for 3 hours. I'm gonna be taking these out today as well. This is one of the things that bugs me about this RV, is that I have this amazing skylight up in my room and fresh air to come in through there, and I can't because my solar panel is up there and it's so big. And this is why I want to remove the solar panel and put 2 solar panels instead of having one giant one blocking all of this. I want one on this side and one on the other side, so I can use this and start opening it and get fresh air and be able to enjoy the view up in the sky at night, which I think is going to be so wonderful when I go to Alaska. Boxes that were in the bathroom, they're all labeled and they have the stuff that I need, so I just have to get them when I need to take a shower and stuff like that. Everything is in there. I went through all of this stuff here and organized all of this. My bear's going to go here. This I'm going to end up using in my bedroom up there at the top, because that's where I store my iPad, and I probably can put my computer in there as well. So I'm going to be using that up at the top. So I had these curtains, and I just want to see how the brown is looking here. Not saying I'm going to use them, but I'm just trying to get a feel for brown in here. I'm going to keep these, but I'm going to end up putting some kind of a border here that's going to make it look a little bit cozier and warmer in here. I don't want to make it too dark in here either. And then I'm also ordering a boot from Amazon so that I can have the truck open and Misty can go back and forth, and the air conditioner from the truck will cool this space off when we're traveling, because that's one of the problems that I have is it's hot back here and Missy likes to be back here. She doesn't like to be in the car. In the meantime, I still have to make a couple of trips into the house with all of this stuff. A little bit overwhelmed at this point. I've got stuff all over the table back there, and I've got stuff all over the kitchen here from the camper. So I'm super tired. It's super hot. I still have to finish mowing the grass, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna kind of leave everything in a pile, maybe here in the laundry room or something like that, and just go through it tomorrow or later tonight. I'll sit and watch some TV and kind of go through it. But right now I feel so overwhelmed because I have a lot of stuff here and I don't know what to do with it. But the camper looks really good. It's clean. I took all the curtains out. They're hanging out there. And I like the way that it looks. The only ones that are in there are the white ones on the bottom, but those I'm going to wash this week. So I will go and get those this week. But for now, I'm super happy about the way that I've organized all the cabinets and everything. Super great. The bathroom, super great. And I'm super happy with the results so far. All right, guys, what you are seeing right now is me getting ready to go mow the grass. It is going to be 90 degrees. I was supposed to mow it yesterday. I didn't mow yesterday. They say it was going to rain today. It's not raining. It's kind of cloudy now, so that's why I'm going out there, because usually I don't go out till 5, but it might rain at 5. The sun in Florida is pretty bad. When I got here, I was like, oh, I'm good. I love being on the mower. But guess what? Your neck as a woman has to be protected. You've got to wear sunscreen and you got to wear collars and things because the sun in Florida is the worst. So you see my shiny skin is because I put sunscreen on. Try to get as much as I can get done today because it takes me 4 hours to mow the grass in the heat of the summer. First things first, I got to fill the mower because we are there and we need to be up here. Oh, all right. Just heard thunder, so I'm gonna try to get something mowed today. I think that you can hear the noise. I didn't get to finish, but I got the whole front on that side, the front of my acre, and a little bit of this acre cut over here. It did get wet. It was very refreshing actually after working outside in the heat for a while. But I think I'm just gonna go inside and dry up and wait and see if it dries up later, and then I can go on and finish. And that's how it is during the rainy season here in Florida, where you can't mow the grass all in one day. You have to mow it in multiple days. This is how bad my mower looks. It's all wet and sticky and everything is stuck to it, and it's just yucky, yucky, yucky. But the plants like the rain. There's so much that I know about grass and mowing, but one thing that I did learn to do is I always cut the front of my property first. I cut the 3 acres. I cut the front of my house first, then I cut that acre and then this acre in the front halfway. I don't do the back. Then I go out in the street and I mow the street, because at least that, if people drive by, at least it looks nice. If the back is not cut, it doesn't matter because you don't really see it from the street. You just kind of focus up to like where the house is and the area surrounding it, unless you stop to really look. But at least it looks good. And that's what I do every single time that I mow the grass. If I can, then I'll do the back of the house. If not, I'll do it the next day. Just came from the chicken coop. I'm trying to get them out of my pocket. And I just got 2 eggs from the coop. And this morning I cleaned the coop before I went out to run errands, and there was no chicken eggs in there. So I only got 2 chickens. So I know that these are my chickens. But when I was cleaning the coop area in the run this morning before I went out, I found this on the ground. Now you can see this chicken egg is different. It feels different. The shell feels different and the size is different. So I think, I don't know, it's not cracked or anything. I think that this is from some egg that was up on the top, because I know I have some birds up there, so this could be from the nest. But I don't know if I can eat this. I'm afraid to open it, and there might be a dead chicken there. Definitely not gonna put that in the basket. My chicken basket is here, so I'm gonna put my eggs here. And this other egg is out here, because I don't know what to do with it. I haven't decided yet. So if you guys want me to open this, let me know in the comments. keep bothering Muffin again? Come on, Mama. Come on. You keep bothering Muffin. So it's been a little bit crazy here because I've had the builders, and I've also been looking into different options with manufactured homes. I've had options for them actually building here, and I've had options with two companies that do manufactured home. They do mobile homes, but they also do manufactured homes. So I still don't have everything yet. I've kind of done this format here where I folded a paper in 4 so that I can kind of, you know, see what one has was offered me. But I'm kind of going with the tiny house with this one company who's willing to build me a tiny house. Been looking at the rentals in my area, and the rentals in my area for like a two bedroom, 1 bath, they're going for like $1,400 to $1,200. $1,200 on a 1/4 acre where they can build a garden, have chickens, things like that, on a 2 bedroom, 1 bath. Maybe better include the utilities. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I do like the fact that this tiny house is like 400 square feet. They're near Orlando, so it's something I may decide to go travel to before I make my decision there. So we will see.